second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense. Ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hand.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett able to get him for a loss of about 3. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They got some guys who might need a year or 2 on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Lions on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He fires one, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with the pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
A big play there. 48 yards. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Daniel.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
To try again after the sack. As he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew. What they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to cut. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff. Try to impress your locker room. And most importantly, yourself. You probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. Well, now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Daniel. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Swift. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has not been on his A game, but his team has really picked him up. I think he probably now, second quarter, he's thinking, all right, time for me to get going.
And he also has to keep in mind that he has contributed. You're exactly right. Not totally on his A game, but guess what?
He's got the touchdown.
He's got a touchdown pass. Yes, he tempered it with an interception, but he has contributed, and he just can't get down and worry about his own stats. The team's winning. That's cause for celebration, even though there's a ways to go.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. The Lions, definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. After the interception, here's Daniel. Open man is Cobbs. That's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bucs' 30-yard line.
Daniel looks to throw.
We'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Daniel on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's James. Good defense holds him to... Only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Matt Patricia here on 4th down, sending out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. The throw over the middle, taken in, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. On play action, they'll And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 23 yards for the touchdown. And this offense is running away with this one. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Christian Jones, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's able to take into Detroit territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Number 47.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Strong. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a third down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's familiar of a refrain. Too many of these, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Tampa Bay.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now a timeout.
Number 80.
7 seconds left in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
And this will make it into the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started. Less than 1